Hello everyone! In this video I'm going to show you how to use Adobe Photoshop to create a faux Instagram post. Your finished project can end up looking something like this one. On the right side is a real Instagram post. So starting from the top, I chose not to add any of this area up here with the battery, etc. So I just left that part blank. If you want to get really detailed, you can go ahead and recreate that part. On the side, I put my profile pic and one of my Instagram accounts. You don't have to put your real Instagram account. You can make one up. Then next to it, I did the follow with the 3 dots, but I chose to make mine a different color. Next, I chose to put an image, just like the Starbucks one. Then underneath that, for the icons, instead of a like being a heart, I made it a shining rainbow. Instead of the message feature, I did two bees sending a message. And for the share icon, I chose a galloping unicorn instead of a paper airplane, etc., etc. Next, I added the likes, and underneath that I put a caption: warm spiced apple cider on a cold day, one of the best things about fall. And that caption goes with the photo. Then underneath that, instead of the home button being a house, I put the earth, etc., etc., etc. So use your imagination and put your own spin on an Instagram post. Personalize it, customize it, make it your own. Let me show you how you can get started. I'm going to close this one and go to File, New. And if you click on Mobile, you can choose any of these phone sizes. I chose this one because it's similar to my personal phone. And I'm going to call it Faux Insta with my name on it. I'm going to click to take off artboards and then click Create. I want to stop here for a minute and show you where to find the Starbucks example. So in Google Classroom, if you go down to the Create a Faux Instagram post, it's right here. So go ahead and click that, and then you can go to these 3 dots, open in a new window, and then you'll get the download button, which is right here. Then you can go ahead and open that in Photoshop, and you'll have an example to look at. Now I would like to see these side by side. Now I'm going to go to Window, Arrange, Tile All Vertically. That way I can see the real post right next to the one that I'm making, so that I can make sure I get all the details. To make this one fit the screen, the keyboard shortcut is Control or Command 0. Alright, so I'm going to start with the image. So over here I'm going to choose the rectangular marquee tool, and I'm just going to eyeball it. I think maybe right about here is where the picture starts, and I'm going to say it ends right about there. Over here in the Layers panel, I'm going to click the plus sign to add a new layer, go to Edit, Fill, and I'm going to fill it with a random color. Black is fine because we're not going to see it. Control or Command D to deselect. Now I will get my image. File, Place Embedded. And let's see, here is my beverage photo. I'll click it and choose Place. I'll make this the size that I need. Click the check mark. Then over here in the Layers panel, I'll right click on the image and go to Create Clipping Mask, which puts it inside of that black shape that I made. Now V on the keyboard switches to the selection tool, and I can move this around and get it just where I want it. I think that looks good. So I'm going to show you just a couple of things, not how to do everything. So let me show you how to make this circle here with your personal icon and then the text next to it. So I'm just going to pretend that I'm going to use this for my icon. So I will click and hold on the elliptical marquee tool. Hold down Shift on the keyboard to make a circle. And normally I would make this whatever profile picture. I'm just using this because it's convenient. So there's a circle. Now Control C for copy. I'll go back to this and Control V to paste, and Control or Command T to get the transform tools, and then I can make that the size that I want. Again, this isn't really the photo that I would use, but it was convenient, so it's just an example. Then after that, I'll simply get the text tool. Right now my text is white, so I'm going to change that to black. I'll click right here, and you may need to adjust the size here. 60 is working really well for me, and I wanted a really clear, readable font, so I chose Arial Rounded MT Bold. You can choose a font that you like that goes with your theme. So now, let's see, mine is Mrs. Smith, Mrs. No hum. And I'll put that on there. You know, 60 looks a little big. Maybe I'll make that 48. That's better. And check mark. All right, now I would make the follow button using the rectangle tool or the rounded rectangle tool, either one of those. But you, I think, already know how to do that. So I'm going to move down to the icons at the bottom. So in Google Classroom, I put this link to a website. It's called flaticon.com. So when you click that, I'm going to search for the Earth. And let's see what comes up. So I have all of these choices: black, color, gradient. The one I like is called lineal color. You might choose one of the other ones. And the Earth that I chose is this one right here. Now, in order to avoid having to make an account and download this, have to go through the whole download process, I chose to just do screenshots. And because we're doing this for education, there is an educational exemption for copyright use. So if I was making this for a client, or if I was going to turn around and sell this, then I would not be able to do it this way. I couldn't just copy it and use it. I would have to pay for the right to use it. But because we are doing this for education, we are okay. So on a PC, I would go to the little search menu down here and start typing snipping, and here is the snipping tool. On a Mac, you should use the Command Shift 4 to do a screen capture. I'm going to click New and draw a little capture, and then click the Save button and save it to the drive where I'm keeping all of my assets that I'm using for this project. But I've already done that, so I'm going to go ahead and cancel these and go back to Photoshop. Now I will go to File, Open. I'll get my Earth, open it up, Control or Command A, which is select all, Control or Command C, which is copy, go back to my Faux Insta page, and Control or Command V to paste. Control or Command T to get the transform tools, and then I'll shrink that down to the size that I want, and this is the icon for home. So it goes down here in this corner, and I can use the arrow keys to get it just where I want it, and I will click the check mark. So now you just keep using the same process to go through and find whatever icons you're going to add to personalize your Faux Instapost. And don't forget to also put the text on here. So you need the likes, you need a little caption. If there's anything else that you'd like to add to personalize it, I think that would be great. Have fun with the project, everyone.